Hey everyone, welcome to the first official day of our X Mastermind event that we are hosting in Gurugram. It's an amazing, awesome morning that we have over here, and some wonderful guests who are some of the top coaches, consultants, and marketing agency owners who have assembled in this room that you see over here. To actually spend a lot of good time with us and get a lot of detailed insights regarding how they could go about scaling their business to the next level. Now, what we'll be doing today is we'll be beginning this event with some member introduction so that everyone can really understand who exactly they are connecting with. Because the biggest benefit of having an event like this is the opportunity to meet with other people who have been where you want to be, or people who are actually on the pathway to actually do that. There are also people who might be good at skills which you might lack in, because I remember some people who are really good at technical skills, but they do not know how do you go about executing. On the other hand, there are people who are really good at a lot of creative stuff, but they are not good at the technical side. So it's a great platform where a lot of people end up collaborating. In fact, I remember last event there were two members who actually connected with each other and did a launch together to their email list, where they used each other's assets to actually do some sort of cross promotional, and as a result of that they ended up making a lot of money. I also remember one of our clients who was a marketing agency owner. He ended up actually taking a lot of clients in the room as well, helping them out with their launch and marketing requirements, and obviously giving them a lot of benefits. So this sort of cross networking also really helps a lot of people. Also, a good opportunity is where people introduce themselves and talk about more about what they do for fun. This also allows people to find commonalities between each other, because this whole online journey can be very devastating, boring, and lonely at times, and that's something that this event or this mastermind allows people to do. Once we are done with that, what we'll be doing is we'll be making a list of a lot of topics that we'll be covering, that a lot of people have doubts regarding. For example, the biggest one being not able to generate consistent leads. The second one was not being able to convert those leads into high paying clients. And then how do you go about fulfilling these clients at scale so that the delivery doesn't break, and a lot more fun stuff. And finally, what we'll be doing is we'll be concluding the day by forming some goals for the next quarter. What exactly do we want to accomplish in the next 3 months as a group, and what's going to be our targets? And then we're going to list down those targets. I'm going to personally review those plans, and we're going to sit down and make sure that we crush it together. So without me talking a lot of stuff, let's just go check it out. The topics that we can divide are hiring, which is primarily sales, which is the common trend that I can hear from everyone. Automating fulfillment, especially creating systems around the same and having like an exit point, which is something that I heard. Marketing, ads not consistent, lack of source, lack of consistency. Okay. And sales and objection prevention. Anything else that I missed out from this list, which anyone would like to mention? Or we like, if we cover all these things by the end of the day. So I'll repeat one more time and then you can let me know. Hiring, automating fulfillment systems, marketing, which means my ads, I'm already running ads, they're not converting, or lack of source, Rohan, I don't even have any consistent source to get leads. Sales and objection prevention, organic, which means if you already have data, how do you actually leverage it and get more customers? Cold outreach, how do you go about reaching customers who haven't heard about you, and working on your video sales later? So hiring, management, okay, this is pretty much the same. Now, according to all of you, would you say like covering marketing or lead generation should be the first thing we should cover, or would you want to already talk about fulfillment and hiring management? Hiring, sales, we have four. Hiring, anyone else wants to cover first? Okay. Because see, the point is hiring won't make any sense if you don't have consistent leads, and the marketing. This is why I would recommend we could probably discuss that. Because what will the salesperson do if he doesn't have leads? So this will be the agenda for today. And then tomorrow basically is accountability day where we are going to focus on sitting down with all of you. We'll create round tables and get to work. Okay, which is the main thing. But today it's more about understanding what do we need to do. So let's begin with marketing first, then probably we can tackle the other subjects. So when it comes to generating leads, when you if I'm, let's say, a business owner, okay, please don't take it otherwise, it's just a normal feedback because we are here to discuss as a group. Okay, if I see, okay, Rohan, are you stuck with too much data problem, right? Let's suppose if I see that ad, it won't be like, oh my god, it's like a burning problem that I have, because of which I just need to actually sign up and buy this solution. Chances are I haven't even heard of that. To me it's like a fancy add-on, right? Okay, it's like a, it's not a must have, it's like, okay, if I can get this special thing, it would be really. And again, I'm not saying that what you are doing is not good, it might be fantastic, right? But when I hear about that, okay, I am going to get dashboard, great, not a thing. On the other hand, let's suppose if we were to actually start off our ad, hey Rohan, do you have a sales team? Yes, I do have a sales team. What's the conversion rate? Let's suppose 20%. Okay. Why is the conversion rate not higher? Why isn't it 30% or 40%? We'll definitely look into that. But just so that I can convey the point, right? So Rohan, why isn't it high, bigger? Or why isn't your, sales rate higher? Because I'm not able to actually scale. Why are you not able to scale? Because it takes a lot of manpower seeing and managing so many salespeople. Why? Because of that, I have like so many Excel sheets, there are so many dashboards. Because of that, I have to, like, go and look at pipe drive, I have to look at monday.com, I have to look at this CRM, and then I have to look at that stuff. Okay, so Rohan, because of you not being able to do that, how much is it costing you? It's costing me 3 hours of my day just figuring out this stuff. Okay, got it. So let's suppose if I can help you gain back those 3 hours and help you increase your conversion rate from 20% to 30%, how do you think your business will benefit? Oh, it will be, fantastic. So basically, the value add-on that you would be providing, are you a business owner stuck working 3 hours per day managing Excel sheets? Are you stuck, figuring out what is the performance of your salesperson? For example, right now, Pratham immediately want to find a recording of a salesperson. He can't. He has to call that person. He has to look at all those sheets. Sheet doesn't have access. It's already costed him how much time? Probably 1 hour, 30 minutes since the time he started here. He can't review his sales team, right? That is a burning problem. What you have is a brilliant thing, right? But if, even if I have, like, the best thing on earth, but if I cannot tell the other person how it can actually help them out, it won't be, you aren't doing justice to what you're doing. You're not focusing on individual problems. It's a very wide problem. Data of what? What do I do with it? Or, Rohan, when I narrow it down to your sales team and the amount of hours you're putting in there and how inefficient that is and how it's costing you the inability to actually scale, that is your pain point, Rohan. So you want a bigger sales team, and you hate when a lot of people say, I hate managing sales team. You know what they hate manage? This Excel sheet and stuff. Finding, recording, oh, how do I review it? This is what, when you target specific pain points, it doesn't matter. Create 5 ads. Talk one about sales team. Talk one about maybe their fulfillment team, right? Then the people will be like, okay, wow, this is like a lot of my problem is in this area, and I can relate to this specific issue that I have.
So this is what I have done it, of course, with the help of Jeet and the team. So it's like I am looking for manufacturing business owners whose profits being drained due to inefficiencies, manual errors, and wasted manpower. Increase your profits by 25% without hiring more people, investing more money or time. This is one. So same thing. I am looking for manufacturing business owners. That is the niche, who are wasting money on extra labor, raw materials, and inefficiencies. Cut operations cost by 25% and boost profits without investing in expensive software or extra manpower. So though we are providing software, but I am saying that don't invest in expensive software. So the third variant is similar. I am looking for manufacturing business owners spending hours managing production, payments, and reports manually.
You both should think of some partnership as well. If now, when he started, he didn't just start okay PCOS only. What he did is he came up with like 4 or 5 angles. Okay, one could be I'm just throwing random terms. I have no knowledge much about health, but let's suppose one was about weight loss, one was about disease A, one was about disease B, and then one was about PCOS. And then the one that worked was PCOS. And then what he did is he doubled down on that and then started creating more and more things. So when people say, "Na, my ads don't work," it's just that they haven't tested enough different angles to see what the market wants. Because see, Facebook is just a platform. People, everybody uses it. Why are people not clicking on your ads? Because it's not compelling. I'm not saying for you, but generally. Okay. So how do we make it compelling? Just figure out what do they want and try out different angles to ensure that it satisfies their needs. And then once you find that angle, then double down on it. For example, when I started, I launched ads, different ones. First, I was like, hey, we will show you how to hire people. We will show you how to manage people. We will show you how to get high ticket leads. We will show you how to improve your sales. We will show you how to maybe do organic marketing. And out of all these things, what worked was we will show you how to get high ticket leads. I'm like, okay, market is saying people don't care about retention, hiring, management, like mass audience I'm talking about. They don't care about that. What they cared about was high ticket leads. Don't give me high ticket leads, high ticket, high ticket, high ticket. I'm like, okay, so this is trending. Now what I will do is make my entire company about this only. And then I just like decide to create more ads around that. So now what you should do is you should look at that ad and double down on what's working. Be like a scientist. Try to see, okay, this worked. Why? Because my market liked this message. So now I should create more variations of that. Even when you go to uability.in/apply, it's very clear. Are you this avatar? Exactly. If you select no, it takes you no, disqualified. Or even if somehow you reach the application, or coordinator will just look at it, gone. No, we can't help. Right? So the more specific we are, and the more angles we test, the more our ads are focused on solving a problem, which is a specific type of problem. For example, Rajesh, how you can also improve your ads even more. Don't just think about like generic problems, general problems that people have. Maybe for manufacturers, you can think what are the issues that they face exclusively with their inventory, exclusively with their sales team, exclusively with, let's suppose, their fulfillment processes, right, or operational processes, and then figure out amongst all these things which one is working, and then double down on that. So I would create one campaign with one angle. So for example, if I'm testing fat loss, one campaign only. Campaign 2 PCOS, campaign 3 energy, campaign 4 sleep, right? And within that, there will be ad set, which will have probably 2-3 audiences. Within that, there will be at least 2 ads each, testing different images and whatnot to see which one works. The easiest thing is what I do is if you have previous data of your clients, okay, just go download it, upload it on Claude or ChatGPT. Just tell me what are the biggest top 5 pain points, test 5 angles around that. It's like, I'm sure in your BMC, there must be, let's suppose, 5 different problems. Okay, for example, Jayant gave you one problem that we have when, say, hiring account managers. Okay, so you are testing one ad around that. Just think about another problem that we have. Let's suppose salespeople. Test around that. Hey, is your sales team inefficient because you're managing Excel sheet all day, wasting 3 hours a day on that? That is a pain point that I will be attracted by. So the simple rule, everyone can write this down. If you want better quality leads, number one, the bigger the problem you solve, the better quality leads you get. The bigger the problem you solve, the more you can charge. Let's suppose you get hurt. You're playing football. Okay, thoda sa gir gaye, chot lag gayi, right? That's like a small thing. You go to a general doctor. All right, everyone, welcome to day number 2 of X Mastermind. At the end of day number 1, what we also did is we formulated certain goals that people were supposed to actually achieve in the next 12 months. But today is about execution. The real thing or the real magic happens when you get the opportunity to sit with some of the best leaders in our organization. So it's going to be a very fun and exciting day, and I look forward to making you guys see that entire thing live. So let's go. Wow, what a day. We actually got a lot of work done, and I think this was one of the most productive sessions. Thank you so much, everyone, for being so patient and watching this vlog. Rohan Dhawan here, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.